Hello, Luke. It's Thursday. Quite an eventful Thursday. First of all, to kick off the morning, my Danish teacher is in a never-ending crusade to fill my life with despair. Basically, Danish teachers are obsessed with the concept of teaching the students to argue opinions they don't have. I don't know why. So we had a morning Danish lesson that consisted of the class being split up into 2 teams. One of the teams had to argue that women were responsible for their own rapes by wearing slutty clothes, and the other team had to argue against. Which is a debate that doesn't really belong in a civilized society. Like, just nope. Also, it didn't really work since people didn't actually stick to their teams and so. I just refused to participate because it was simply too much. After that, we had English, and our teacher showed up and informed us that we were actually supposed to protest, and that we should have kept her enclosed in the teacher's lounge. It was the first I heard of it, but there was actually a nationwide student demonstration about the government wanting to cut funding for schools in a country where you can't get a job unless you have an actual degree, and also a country that wants to quote unquote live off knowledge. Basically, it's a stupid idea. But I hadn't actually heard there was gonna be a protest. And so it seemed a lot of other people at my school hadn't either. The whole protest was very nobody knows what they're doing. And there didn't really seem to be a plan.
Men super fedt, I gider deltage i hvert fald. Vi ved ikke lige, hvad programmet der står på nu.
But we made some noise in the street. And noised our grievances. So, all in all, productive day. But apparently we were actually supposed to have, kept the teachers blocked in the teachers' lounge, which nobody seemed to do at my school, but the teachers were kind of in on it, so they were just, in the teachers' lounge being like, we're blocked in. Teachers doesn't want school funding to be cut either, but teachers can't protest. They can't just leave in the middle of their job. Students can. And then just to round off the day, I almost got into 2 accidents on the way home. One of them completely not my fault. The other one I still can't really figure out whose fault it was. But hey, disaster averted twice, so. With all of the near accidents I get into, it does sound like I'm a terrible driver, but I've come to think that it's actually a legit city thing that you just get into almost accidents at a regular basis, because just always. Also, as you said, it's almost Halloween, which is a holiday I've never really celebrated. In my family, it was always viewed as like American consumerism. Also, my mother had a moral beef with the concept of trick-or-treating. So, there is, however, a proud tradition in my family of waiting till about a week after Halloween and then buying a shit ton of cheap candy. I'm looking forward to this. DFGBA.